Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Coriander, here we are, Slasher Movie Club, Monday night.
Yep.
Yes. So we're going to be talking about Pieces.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you think it is the tagline. So,
Right.
and it
Right.
really was. It really
Yeah. We're
was.
back to the gore, man.
Right? Right? Okay, let's see who we have in the chat, and then, yeah, we'll get going on this. We got my man Jake. Jake saying, "Oh my God, I love this movie." Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Patrick's in the chat saying this will be a fun episode. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Dan saying, "Sorry, I can't make this one. Bad chop suey." Ooh. Oh
Oh
man.
man.
I'm sorry, brother. Oh
Yeah. I've
man.
had food poisoning and that sucks.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, hope
Patrick.
you feel better.
Yeah, Patrick saying repping the Rat Patrol tonight. That's right, Christopher George.
You gotta
Yes,
love Christopher George.
you do, man.
Yes.
Neil's in the chat saying my Arrow Blu-ray includes the uncut Spanish version of the film, which has a couple of extra pieces. Yes,
Nice.
yes, yes, indeed. Jake's in the chat saying, "Hey, all, hope you're having a great evening." We sure are, man. Nice
Oh
to see you.
yeah.
Nice to see you.
Right.
We got the
Hopefully you are
discuss.
too.
Yeah, we've got the discuss in the chat saying, "What's up, guys? What's up, man? How you doing?"
Hey.
David saying, "You don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre," right?
Yeah.
Flamethrowers in the chat. Best tagline ever for a movie. Yes, yes. Apollo's in the chat too, saying, "Hey, Knight, love Pieces, killer soundtrack. Looking forward to the Rocky Four talk." Yes, yes, absolutely, man. Can't wait either, man. Lamar's in the chat saying, "Yo, good evening." What's up,
Hey.
man? Phil is in the
Hey,
chat.
Phil.
What's going on, Phil? How you doing, man? Nice to see you. And Neil saying Christopher George was also in City of the Living Dead. Oh yeah, man, he's
Yes,
been
he
in so
was.
many great things. So let's we're
Yeah.
gonna get into this. We're gonna just start with just a quick take on this Coriander, and then we'll go into just a quick question we have for Slasher Movie Club. But Coriander, what's your quick take on this movie?
This is this is the movie, that made, I guess you could say, Jigsaw cool, right? Because, he's creating a puzzle and I don't know, that was bad. Anyway, pretend I didn't say that, but no, he's obviously, yeah, this is like a really great movie with, yeah, puzzling pieces that you're trying to fit together. So yeah, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. This is a movie that I had totally forgotten about, and so this was almost like a fresh watch. And I got to admit, man, we have climbed back up to the mountaintop. This movie is fantastic. It is
Yeah.
fantastic. Every single thing about this movie was great. You've got Christopher George, you got Linda. I mean, anytime they're in a
Yeah.
movie together, I always
Husband
love
and
that.
wife,
Real husband and
right?
wife. And I
Yeah.
mean, it had some great kills, great gore. The
Yeah.
soundtrack was awesome, just like those guys in the chat were talking about. Although, and anyone who knows, let me know. That soundtrack reminded me so much of Goblin, like Dawn of the Dead. Like, I couldn't shake that out of my head. I mean, and I still love the soundtrack, but I was like, man, that sounds so much like Dawn of the Dead, Goblin. You know what I'm saying? Anyone
Mhm.
else in the chat, if you feel that way, or let me know if I'm crazy, or if you know the behind on that, let me know, man. Let me know. Um, Dan saying I'll have to catch the replay. Absolutely, man. Yeah, and also, and we're gonna throw this out now before we really get into the movie. But for you guys that have been watching us on Monday nights for Slasher Movie Club, here's my question for you guys: how many of you guys watch the movie that we talk about? Because originally the idea, the concept of this series, which is a bit different than our regular reviews, is to pick a movie and then
Mhm.
let you guys know what the movie is, and then you have a week to watch it. And then when we have the review of it, it's not like a conventional review, it's more of a discussion. And my
Yeah.
question is, how many of you guys watched Pieces before tonight? Because we're trying to think about changing up the format possibly a little bit. So you guys let me know, like in the chat, how many of you guys were able to watch it, and that would definitely help us as far as you know the
Because that's the whole
format.
point of, Slasher Movie Club is for you guys to watch these movies so that when come Monday night, we can all talk about it. You
Mm,
guys in the chat, how you
right.
felt about it and whatever, So yeah.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got a couple other people that have jumped into the chat. Let me just see if I can pull them up here. Let's see. We got Miss Carter's in the chat saying, hello, Night Watch Zone. What's going on? Nice to see you.
Hey.
Nice to see you. Let's see. We had a couple of comments where you guys are just kind of talking a little bit. There's Miss C. James saying, I'm here tonight. What's going on? Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Welcome.
Yeah. Phil saying, I watched them, then put them back on my shelf.
Nice.
All right. Miss Carter saying, I saw Pieces when it came out on video and rewatched twice last summer. Oh,
Nice.
okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, this movie, it starts off and it's very interesting, Coriander, because you have this little boy, he's working on this puzzle with a naked
Yeah.
chick. And
Right.
of course, his mom comes into the room, catches him, and man, she goes off on him. I'm talking like Pamela
Yeah.
Voorhees style of scary for a mom. And you would think it would go a certain way, but it doesn't. Like, what were you thinking of that scene? Because I know you said this was the one scene that you always remembered from the last time you saw it long ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I get, this boy's at a vulnerable age where, you don't want him to, have too much of this stuff around, obviously. And the fact that, yeah, she freaks out the way she does, breaking the mirror and,
Yeah.
Grabbing a garbage bag so she could throw, stuff away. And
Right.
yeah, I mean, and this kid, holy shit, who would have thought next thing you know, an axe, where the hell did this
Yeah.
axe appear from? But here it
Right.
is. And he starts hitting her, cutting her up into pieces. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was crazy ass shit. And he goes and
Yeah.
hides in the closet. And yeah, I've always remembered this opening scene because yeah, this kid just killed his mom. And
Not
and he
yeah. And
acted like, and it was like nothing,
right. Well,
So yeah.
and not only that though, but he's sawing her up, man. He killed
Yeah,
her.
he was.
He's sawing
Yeah,
her
look at
up.
the look on his face. It's
And
like,
you can tell that
damn.
he is messed up, man, because he goes right back to the puzzle, and like you said, it's
Right.
like nothing ever happened, and I was just like, wow, that's just crazy. Now that happened,
Right.
I think it says in Boston, 1942, yeah. So then you go 40 years later,
Mhm.
and then you got the new setting, and you're introduced, to the students, you're introduced to the professors and all that type of stuff. And I gotta admit, at first I'm thinking, wow, it's 40 years later. What's going on? How is this gonna work? And one of the professors that you meet, God, he was so friggin' funny, man. I mean, he was right off the bat. It was kind of like, okay, what's up with you? Like they had so many red herrings in
Yeah,
this movie.
definitely. Yeah,
What
they did.
right? What what were you thinking of him,
You know,
Professor
nothing
Brown?
really. Yeah, I can't say much that I was thinking too much of this guy because
Right,
he's just, I don't know, a professor that has these girls throw themselves at him. And it's like,
right.
why? I get for grades, I guess, but it's like,
Hmm.
I don't know, it's
Yeah,
silly. But,
yeah.
it is what it is. And he's kind of weird with how he handles it because it's not like he's a pervert and going after him,
Right, right. Yeah,
So I don't know. He's an
yeah.
interesting character.
He definitely is. And then you've
Yeah.
got that scene. You've got that scene where you see um, the person on the skateboard going into that mirror, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you see the killer pulling out the box, the puzzle box, and they have gloves on, so you can't tell exactly who it is and all that. And they
Mhm.
kind of play it as a mystery and this and that. And then it goes to this scene where you've got someone that's studying outside, and you're like, you knew what was going to happen right off the bat.
Mhm.
And sure as shit, man, as that student is just laying there nonchalant, you have the killer with a with a chainsaw, like just
Yeah.
ready to go to work, man. And that's a pretty graphic scene, man. Like I gotta admit, the gore effects, the practical effects were pretty well done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
pretty well done. Um,
Yeah. I
and then of
agree.
course, after that you meet Willard and the dean and everything. And right off the
Mhm.
bat, Willard, he's pretty much, suspect. I mean, everything he
But
does is suspect.
yeah, but you know that it's not him.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
once you
It was
see
too
the
obvious.
killer, exactly, this guy's freaking huge, and the killer is
Yeah,
not huge like this. So
right.
you
Yeah,
know that this guy's innocent. He's just a
right.
freaking weirdo,
Well,
creepy weirdo.
well, unless he's also an accomplice, that was one thing that was going in my mind too. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways,
Maybe.
Shane saying Linda Day George is a beautiful leading actress. Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Neil saying he's got an axe to grind for sure.
Right.
Yeah, that was a good one. James saying she did not see that coming. She sure didn't, man. It's
Who
crazy.
would?
Yeah,
Holy
right.
shit.
Katie's in the chat saying hi
I
to everyone.
know.
What's going on? Nice to see you. Neil saying, I've always thought this one had strong elements of both slasher and a giallo. That's
Yeah.
absolutely true. And that's
Yeah.
one way I would describe it too, because you've got both elements that are kind of coming together. But
Hmm.
this is when it got cool, guys, because you've got this girl that got killed on campus with the chainsaw. And who do they have to call in, Coriander? There's only one guy. I mean, he has a partner, but there's only one
Lieutenant
guy.
Bracken. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Christopher George
Yeah.
himself. Look,
Yeah.
man, and I know you're an even bigger fan, but I absolutely love Christopher George in his movies.
Yeah.
He's always that
He
guy.
brings it.
He
Yeah.
does, man. He really, really does. Once he got on screen, for me, the movie just got elevated. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
How
Yeah.
about you? How about you? I know you're a huge fan of his. You'll probably echo what I said, but just give me a sense of how you felt, seeing him in the movie and his character and how he portrayed it.
Well, he's so, you know, smooth, and I don't know, like I said, he just brings a charisma with him that, especially in this role, he's, I don't know, he's the man, and
He is.
it was great. I like, yeah, I love seeing him and everything he does, and yeah, he's just a great actor.
He really, really is, man. He absolutely is. We're gonna have to do an episode just dedicated to him. We've been trying to we've been talking about that. Hopefully, we'll get to do that soon. But anyways, but he's trying to figure out what's going on, man. He's talking to the dean, and the
Hmm.
dean, obviously is trying to keep this hush. Dean Foley. He's trying to keep this hush hush so there's not a panic on the campus and so forth. And so you've got that aspect of the movie, which I thought was really, really cool, right? But
Hmm.
while they're trying to figure stuff out, then you have your next scene, which is going to set up the next kill. And of course, with slasher movie, that's what it's always about, one kill after another. But
Yeah.
you got this new character, Kendall, this kid.
Yeah.
He's studying in the
Mr.
library,
Popularity,
Mr.
right?
Popularity, and he gets a note from his friend over here, and he's like, I'm gonna finish studying. Then of course she leaves. Now, of course, logic, man, logic. I don't know why someone would go to the swimming pool at night, but hey, it is what it is, right?
You know
So,
why she wanted to go to the pool.
well, no, I know that, but I'm just saying, look, man, anyone could go in the
Do you
pool.
really want
You
like a
should,
lot of
you should
people watching?
no, but I'm just saying you should have
I'm
just
just
gone to your room. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
anyways,
oh,
but you
hey,
but
some
you
people like to do it in public.
well, yeah. Anyways, but what I'm saying is that sets up for the next kill. Now tell me, what did you think
Right.
about this kill? It was kind of it was a little reminiscent of that kill in Double Exposure.
Yeah, cause yeah,
Yeah.
he starts getting her with the damn pool like cleaner, the
The net.
net.
Yep.
Yeah, and he grabbed her by her hair and
Mhm.
pulled her out of the pool, and
Yep.
yeah, he attacked her with her chainsaw and
Yeah,
hacked her up
man.
into pieces and took her torso, and there he
Yes.
went.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man, he's collecting these pieces. That's what he's
Yes,
doing.
he is. He's putting
Um
that jigsaw puzzle together.
And of course, right as that happens, you got friggin' Kendall who's showing up at the pool. He's freaked
Mhm.
out. And then
Mhm.
you got your boy, he comes in and it's like, what Willard, what are you doing, man? And he starts fighting the
Right?
cops. He like takes on
Yeah.
like 5 cops until the gun is pulled out on him. And it's like,
Yeah.
what is going on? You know what I'm saying? Holden,
There's a
Holden
couple
right there.
moments in this movie like, "What the hell's going on here?" It doesn't
Yes.
quite and you
Yes.
know which one I'm really talking about, but we
Yeah,
haven't gotten to it yet.
yeah, we're gonna get to that. You know, I'm like, wait a
Right?
minute. These two
I
genres should
know.
not be mixed together. So
Right? And in such a weird way.
it is. So you've
Oh,
got
shit.
you've got this death, which is really, really screwed up, man. And of course you
And look at
got
the pieces. You can
yes,
see the pieces there. So, yeah.
yes. And then you got Professor Brown who's there, and Christopher George basically says, we gotta wait for the coroner and everyone to
Yeah, and
come
he's
in.
telling
Tell me what you
friggin'
think.
Professor Brown, yeah, "Don't touch anything," and it's like, "Oh, it's kinda too late," he
Yes,
already touched it. It's like, "Oh my
yes.
god.
Like
Come
who
on,
does that?
Professor."
Who would
Right?
touch the murder weapon, right?
Right?
I'm telling you,
Stupid.
man. But hey, it's movie logic, man.
Right.
Uh, in the chat, Neil saying Mr. George looks too clean to be involved in this mess. God bless him, right? He was
Right?
clean in this movie, wasn't he? He
Right? I bet he smelled good too. I bet he
he,
was the one who's wore the cologne and the aftershaves and oh, yeah.
he's a slickster, man. He was all
Right?
right. He was really, really good. Let's see what else we got here in the live chat. Um, Patrick saying do laps in the bathtub next time, right? Katie
Yeah.
saying I have not seen this movie. Well, Katie, we
Ooh,
are
you
going to
should
be
check
getting
it out.
you should check it out, and we are going to get into some spoilers, but this movie is available streaming, so you should definitely check it out. It's a really great slasher movie.
It is.
Really great. Yeah. Um
Especially if you like Christopher George, so
yes, Flamethrower saying worst of all, she went swimming 10 minutes after she ate supper.
well, it's not like she was gonna be doing a bunch of laps, honestly, so
Patrick saying looks like Frank Drebin in this shot. Yeah, a little
oh,
bit.
yeah.
Yes. Yes. Miss Carter saying pretty scantily clad women equals viewers mathematics, the horror edition. Yeah, right.
Right?
But I'll tell you what, this had a lot of great elements to it. And obviously we're going to keep getting into all of those things, but it had so many great elements in this movie. And
Mhm.
one of the best elements of it was you've got Christopher George, but then you pull in his wife. I mean, seriously, it's like,
Yeah.
are you serious? Like
Right?
every time these two are in a movie together, you can just tell that they have great chemistry. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just so
Especially in
cool.
this one. Yeah.
Yes, I mean you got two great actors from great series. Christopher George from The Rat Patrol, Linda Day George from Mission Impossible. It's like this just doesn't get any better. But anyways,
Mhm.
he says to her, "You got to go undercover. We got to figure this out. We're going to put you onto the faculty as the
Yeah.
tennis coach." So it's
Which is
like,
so cool. I mean, who
yes.
doesn't love tennis? I played tennis in high school, so yeah, that was
Yes,
pretty
yes.
sweet.
But it was a nice addition to the story, and I really, really
Yeah.
appreciated that. And she plays the part well, she's talking to the dean,
Mhm.
talking about just trying to figure out things because again, she's an undercover cop basically. But
Yeah.
the plot thickens a little bit because you already have Willard who looks suspect. You got Professor Brown who looks suspect. And of course, Kendall starts getting into the mix more and more. Like he's always around. It's like, does this
Mhm.
kid do anything else? You know? But but it's funny too because Christopher George trusts this kid. He
Yeah.
knows that this kid
He
knows a lot of
almost
the
made him a
students.
part of this investigation to help him
Y-
solve this because,
Yes.
he's given him responsibilities that you
Yep.
normally wouldn't give to any normal person. So
Yes.
he definitely
Absolutely.
trusts him. Yeah.
Absolutely. So then we get to the scene, and I would have played the clip, but this is the, and I love this movie, and even great movies will have those moments of like WTF. But all of a sudden, you have um, Linda Day George, who's for whatever reason outside in the dark, scoping around, I guess doing an investigation at night alone, when there's a killer out and about. So that wasn't good. All of a sudden, she runs into this guy who literally starts doing kung fu.
Right?
Starts doing kung fu
Oh,
on her.
sure.
Coriander, what what were you thinking when you first saw this scene? Like he literally was trying to fight her, and she obviously gets the best of him, and kicks him in the nuts and all that. But what did you think of this
Yeah.
scene?
It was crazy because, like you said, she's running. Was she running?
Yes,
I can't remember. Yeah, okay. And yeah, he comes around the corner doing the same thing. And
yeah,
he just attacks her, and it's like, "What the hell?" Then you got Kendall, and he's like, "Oh, it's my kung fu instructor." And he's
right.
like, "Yeah. Oh, I was just out for a jog." It's like, "Well, why the fuck did you attack her
I
and
mean, like,
continue to attack her if you're
yes, I
just
mean,
going for a jog?" So, yeah.
like he literally was fighting her for a good 20 seconds or so, like throwing kicks, doing punches,
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, what is
Yeah.
going on? And we'll talk about that in a little bit because we've got fun facts for you guys as well. Now, the other wrinkle in all of this is that you also have someone that works for the Boston Globe who's trying
Yeah.
to investigate what's going on. That's
And of course,
Sylvia.
everyone's telling her nothing's happening.
Yes.
We get this stuff all the time, and
Yes. Yes.
so
I
yeah.
love that scene when she asks, Christopher George, like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "I don't know what's going on. What is going on?" And he
Right?
was just so smooth, man. He really
And he
was.
was
He
quick.
he
And when you're quick
was.
like that, it's believable. So,
Yes.
hey,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Real quick too in the chat, Jake was saying Pieces is definitely a good movie. I highly recommend it to anyone who loves a good bloody slasher. Yes,
Definitely.
I agree. James saying that Linda Day George is excellent as Mary Riggs. I agree with
Yes.
that. She was.
Yeah.
Rusty's in the chat saying, Sup, Night Watch. Just got this movie.
Hey.
How nice. Love this classic slasher. Every horror collector should have it. You are
Yeah.
right, man. You are so
Yep.
right. I've got it myself. And, guys, I'm telling you, this movie is really, really good. Hope you guys can see that. Sorry about the glare. It's a really cool movie. Let's see what else we got going on. James saying that guy looks like Bruce Lee. Well,
Yeah.
actually, it's
His
Bruce
name is
Lee.
Bruce Lee. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. But it's
And
almost spelled the same.
yeah, he was basically the guy that was kind of trying to, well, producers did it too, but trying to cash in on Bruce Lee's fame and kind of
Mhm.
doing, C-level type of martial arts movies or kung fu movies. So, yeah. Neil saying he's a true ninja because no one saw that shit coming.
Oh my god.
Mr. Bones
That's a
saying,
good one.
"Yo, what's up, man?
Hey.
Just got on and seen this. How late am I?" Laugh out loud. It's at eight
Oh man.
o'clock, man. 8 o'clock every Monday night. Look, guys, come on. You guys know the rules. We're
Oh
literally at the
no.
same time every week. No, I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you. But nice to see you. Nice to see you. Miss Carter saying the waterbed kill is very vicious and graphic, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. I agree. That was a really
Yeah,
good
maybe
one.
just because, yeah, like it was a little bit in slow-mo, right?
Yeah, it was.
But I mean, it was almost kind of tame compared to these poor other girls who are
Yeah,
getting body pieces taken from them and getting
yeah.
hacked up into like the chick in the pool, I think really got the worst of it.
Oh yeah, man. That was a
Yeah.
bad one. And the tennis player, but
Yeah.
we'll get to that too. But Coriander, we have that scene, and you got to let people know what your deal was with this scene. We get the scene where you got these dancers that are
Oh
practicing,
God, they're
they're,
aerobic.
they're going through their routine, their
Yeah.
aerobics and all that type of stuff, and you got the cheesy 80s music, but it's cool stuff. And then you have one of them that's staying behind. She's practicing her routine and this and that. But
Right?
guess who's at the door,
The
Coriander?
creeper. Yeah,
Guess
there's
who's
the
at the
creeper.
door? And
It's
what?
the shape. No.
No, he's definitely. Hey, he tried to do his best Michael
I know.
Myers by doing the
I'm
slow
just
walk,
saying,
but
right?
nobody slow
Oh
walks
no.
faster than Michael Myers. But
I don't know. This guy, when he was in that view, right? And then he like went so slow getting out of the way. It was like, oh my God, how could she not see him?
yeah, you kept saying that. How could she not see him? He's
Ah,
right there. Why isn't she
right,
looking? It's movie logic,
right.
guys. That's what it is.
I get
But
it, but sometimes it's like, oh man, it can,
right. I know, I
Anyway.
got you. But she's done her little practicing, she leaves,
Mhm.
and she walks down, like, 10,000 flights of stairs to go to the
Right?
bathroom, and
Yeah.
to be quite
Just
honest,
think if you had to go real bad. Oh my god.
you'd be
You'd
messed
be
up.
screwed. Yeah.
But truth be told,
You'd be leaving
man,
a trail, right?
but truth be told, at my gymnasium, the bathroom is like 3 floors down, so she's walking
Yeah.
down, and the whole time, I'm just waiting for him to attack her, and she goes to the bathroom door, and her friend opens it up, and I'm like, "Oh, they faked this out for the moment," because then when she's changed and she's all situated, she heads to the elevator, and this is when you knew something was really up because the killer is there silhouetted, right? And
Yep.
she says, I think something like hello sir or
Oh, it's
hey,
you
oh
or
it's you or
something
something
like
like that.
that. Yeah.
Now, that being said, Coriander, he has a chainsaw that he's got behind his back. Now look, man.
Right? It's like, how could you not see that?
Yeah, right. This chick has not seen a lot of things, and that's why she had to
Yeah.
go. That's why she had
Right.
to go. So she gets killed
Right.
too, right? So
Yeah, she does.
you got that scene, and then of course, like Miss Carter was talking about, you've got the scene where Sylvia. Now, this is another situation. She's poking around again. It's the
Mhm.
dead of night. You are alone on a campus where there is a killer. What are you
But
doing?
she was told that there was nothing going on.
Well, yeah, but
So,
you knew
she had her
she
suspicions.
suspected. Yeah.
Yes, but
So sure enough, you have that scene, and it is a pretty iconic scene. And this is actually one scene that I do remember from a long time ago, the waterbed kill, which I think was actually done very well. And you've got that
yeah.
scene where when he stabs her through the back, it goes right out of her mouth,
Mhm.
man. It's like, wow, man, crazy stuff. What'd you think of this scene?
Yeah, it was great.
Mhm.
I always say, I love my gore. I don't need it, but when it's there, it's nice. And I loved seeing your reaction. And yeah, that's always the best in these movies is your
Yeah, it's like,
reaction.
whoa.
So
Yeah,
right.
right.
So yeah, it was great. This was a good kill,
It
definitely.
was a good kill, man. It really, really was.
They all are, honestly.
Mr. Bones, don't yell at me. I just woke up from a nap. Laugh out loud.
Oh no.
It's all good, man. It's all good. James saying no one has a waterbed these days, right?
I
Yeah,
used
that
to though. Didn't we
yeah.
all? Right?
Well, some people. Rusty says his foo is certainly not up to Iko Uwais in the raid level, right? Oh my gosh,
Oh
man.
no.
Yeah, the raid is just amazing. Neil saying this one is tongue in cheek at times as well as cheesy. You just gotta love it. Exactly.
Right.
It really is. It really
But
is.
it's not like a ton of cheese, and I kinda
Yeah.
like that, it's enough cheese that makes
Yeah.
it good.
Agreed. Yeah. Agreed. But then, of course, you have the tennis player Coriander, and this was another big iconic scene in the movie This
Yeah.
Kill.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what, man. This poor chick. Holy crap!
Mhm.
What'd you think of how this scene went?
Well, yeah, they always have to be showering or doing something, and, she's hearing things, and I think she even maybe saw something, so she starts running, and
Yes. Hmm.
he, like, catches up to her. She goes into this a stall and locks the door or something, and he
Yes.
with his chainsaw, he cuts
Because he
through the
locked her
door.
yeah, because he locked her in, and the other thing too
Yep.
is he turned on the sound system playing the marching band music, and at
Yeah.
first, I didn't get that, but outside, you had, Linda Day George and Kendall and probably other people around on campus too,
Yep.
so this was to drown out her screams, and
Yeah.
you saw that when she walked into the locker room or whatever, there was a key in the door, basically saying it was locked, and that's why she couldn't get out. So that part made sense because it's like, well, just run out of there. And she did try to get
Right.
out of the door, but it was locked. So, like you said, she goes
Yep.
into a stall, and holy shit, man, like
Yeah.
this poor girl. Wow, he
Yeah,
got
she
her
was
arms
terrified,
right,
literally. And
literally.
he took her legs.
Okay, yep,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
man,
He
I'm
took
telling you,
the aerobics chick. He took her arms.
that's right,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he
man.
took her legs. Yeah, this chick. Yep.
Yep. And then of course outside, Linda Day George is trying to investigate things, talking to Kendall about it, and they find the body, and she has that scene where she's like, "You bastard!" I was like,
Yeah. She
and
said it
then
like 4 times.
at least 4 times, but
Yeah.
hey, she's cool enough. She can do that. But of course,
Right.
Coriander, who comes out of the door but your boy Willard? It's like, are you just hanging
Yeah.
around everywhere on campus? Come on, man.
Right? And
It's
those
so
looks of
suspect.
his,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah. I saw him in another movie with this other guy where the other guy had a mustache and a really high pitched voice. And of course, he had his, you know, silly, rough voice. And I can't remember the name of it, man. And it's driving me insane.
You'll
But it was
figure
a
it out.
silly, yeah, it was a stupid, it was like a comedy.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it was silly.
Yes. And I mean, so he's collecting these pieces, man, and it's just
Yeah.
like, wow, this is going crazy, man. It
Mhm.
really, really is. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, well, and the other thing too, talking about Willard, he was in Popeye. Maybe that's what are you
Yeah.
thinking about him in Popeye,
No,
maybe?
nope,
Okay.
no, it wasn't Popeye. Definitely
Yeah.
not. I'm gonna have to
Okay.
look him up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He played
because
Bluto. But
yeah, no,
let's get to the finale of this thing, man. It's
yeah,
everything's going wrong, and you've got
yep,
Christopher George is in the background, still trying to figure things out. Him and
yep,
Holden, and they get Kendall to help with the police files. They're trying to figure out
yep,
a clue to lead to the killer,
yep,
while the killer is obviously putting together his masterpiece. And
mhm,
then in the finale, and of course, this is the ultimate spoilers, guys, just to let you know, but you've got Linda Day George playing Mary Riggs, who's deciding to go and meet up with the dean, trying to figure out more stuff because she wants to talk about Professor Brown, who,
mhm,
again, throughout a lot of this movie, you really are wondering about Professor Brown. He's just,
mhm,
and I gotta admit, they also, well, we'll get to that later on, but you definitely are suspect of him. So, anyways, she's meeting with the dean. He's been, helpful with the police so far. He
mhm.
offers her some coffee. And this is when everything took a left turn, Coriander.
Yeah,
Literally.
right.
What'd you think about that scene? Because he obviously,
Well, yeah,
wow.
he obviously realized, like, holy shit, this isn't right because he's putting little drops of shit in her drink to drug her.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you're like right there, holy shit, it's been the friggin' dean doing this shit. And
Yes.
yeah, I mean, the poor Mary, was that her name? Yeah, Mary.
Yes,
She
Mary.
can't talk or move, and
Yeah, she was
he's like,
paralyzed.
yeah, she was, and he was gonna like take her feet, he was
Yes.
eyeing her feet and those shoes, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, this woman, it's good that Kendall was like, oh no, because once they called, they did find the lead, they got the lead, right,
Yes. Yep.
and
They
they
figured out it
called.
was the dean because they realized
Yep,
that when he was a child,
he
his
changed
mother
his
was
name.
butchered, and he changed his
Yeah,
name. Yep.
yeah, and yeah. So continue. Go ahead.
But yeah, they got the lead, and then Kendall was like, "Yeah, Mary's going to go see the dean right now," and so Holden's like,
Yeah,
"Let's
yeah,
go, tell
right.
Brackett." And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, you guys got to move a little bit quicker, man. It's like,
Oh my God.
they
When they
pull up.
got there,
Yeah,
yes, that drove me insane when they pull up and they're like walking.
yes,
What
they're
time
like
is it?
trotting
Oh,
along,
hey, talking to the person there. Exactly. It's like, shit, hurry the fuck up, man.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but again, it's all movie logic. But long story
Right.
short, they get there in time, although they don't realize that the dean is behind the curtain. So they come
Yeah.
in, they find Mary, they try to set her up. They realize she's paralyzed. So, and again, movie logic time again. But Christopher George, as much as I love him, he's like, "Well, I'll go get the doctor. You stay here,
Yeah.
kid, and watch Mary." It's like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about, man? You watch Mary. But
Right.
so he leaves, and of course, the dean comes from behind the curtain and attacks Kendall, and Kendall is able to, kind of hold him off until he gets saved. So, and That's pretty much the bottom line of it until you get the stinger at the end. Everybody's all set. Mary's feeling a little bit better. And so you got Holden who's talking to Kendall saying, you know, you still want to be a cop, kid? And he leans on this bookshelf, and the bookshelf is a secret, secret doorway, and it
Mhm.
folds open and turns around, and then you see it. You see the
Yeah.
body with the
You
different
see its
pieces, body
human
pieces.
jigsaw puzzle, right?
Yes, yes. And it's
Yep.
like, wow, man. And then of course, at the end, you've got this scene that almost seems just so damn surreal where the corpse supposedly comes to life and it grabs Kendall and crushes his nuts and all that, and he's yelling,
Right?
and
And
then it
it's like,
cuts and it
"What?"
fades to
Yeah.
black. And it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
that was
crazy.
that was
Yeah.
kind of cheesy, but whatever. But
Right?
everything before it was just so
Everything was
damn good.
great. Right?
Yeah,
That
it
that that was okay, you know, you can let
yeah,
that slide.
I was
I
just
can
about to say
forgive you
that.
for that, right?
Yeah, this movie is so good that
Yeah.
you forgive the little moments of,
Of what
misplaced
the fuck?
logic.
Why did you do
Yeah,
that? Exactly. You know, you made
exactly.
a good movie to like be like, "What?
Yeah,
What
what's
the
going on,
hell?" You
guys?
know?
You got kung
Exactly.
fu in here, you got some weird choices, you got people that are tennis professionals that can't play tennis. What's going on, guys? Come on, man. Mr. Bones,
Oh my god.
thanks for stopping by the stream. Thanks a lot. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Thank you for always being around. We appreciate it and
Yeah.
definitely try to support you guys as much as possible. Absolutely, man. James is saying, do a review of Silent Night, Deadly Night, 1984. That is a movie that is we've talked about that's
Christmas
on
is
the list.
coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to see. We'll have to see if we can make that happen. But leave us a comment on this video just to remind us, because just to let you guys know, for Slasher Movie Club, we literally have a list of movies that'll take us well into next year, like probably into the to midway of next year, because we're going by the Teenage Slasher movie book.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even include like our regular episodes, the
Mhm.
different franchises and things that we have planned. So we literally got material that'll last us well into next year, probably 2/3 of the way into next year,
But
if you know.
with with Christmas coming up, we could fit a Christmas slasher into here.
Yeah, well, we
Just
did that
saying.
last
We
year,
should.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
And
we'll
we
see.
should do it again this year.
Well, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Flamethrower saying, I just thought he turned the music on because he had school spirit. Right.
Yeah.
I know, right? Miss Carter saying, great job with misdirection in this movie. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Definitely.
James saying, I was surprised that the dean is the real killer. I know. Me too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Rusty saying, I remember Willard the most from the original 1984 Dune. That's right. He was in Dune. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Miss Carter, Scooby Doo secret door trick.
Nice. Sure was.
Yes. True enough. But let's get to a couple of fun facts. There's a couple of fun facts we got for this movie too, because there's some interesting stuff in the background of all of this. And also, guys, let me just say this again. Did anyone else think that the music was reminiscent of Goblin, specifically
Mhm.
Dawn of the Dead? That you agreed with that, right, Coriander?
Yeah, because once
Okay.
you said that, I never really thought of it before, but again, I
Okay.
haven't it's been like over a decade since I've seen this.
I
So, yeah, once you said that, and you continuously said it, I couldn't
yeah.
help but think it.
Like, I haven't seen anyone else really talk about it. I'm sure somebody has.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I'm that smart, but seriously, guys, does anyone
right.
else get that connection? It can't just be me. But
It's
anyways,
not. And if
let's
people
go.
say they can't, they're crazy because it pretty much is, you
It
know?
is. All right, let's go
Right?
to some fun facts, man. The first one we've got is a kung fu slasher.
Producer Dick Randall was simultaneously making kung fu films in Rome, a Bruce Lee imitator. You said it was Bruce what?
Well, we
How'd
used
you
to
pronounce
pronounce
his
it
last
Bruce
name?
Bruce Lie, but you can call him whatever. It
Okay,
doesn't matter.
whatever. That guy was written into the film, even though the scene makes no sense to the context of the rest of the film. So yeah,
Right? It really didn't make any sense. I was
right,
like, what's going on here? Okay,
right.
our next one, the gore.
Most of the guts and gore were actually internal organs of dead animals, and the blood was taken from a slaughterhouse.
Ooh. Yeah, man, everything looked the practical stuff was very well done, I must say.
It,
Very well
yeah,
done.
very realistic,
Yeah.
exactly.
Let's see our next one. The tennis player.
A pig carcass was used for the close up of the chainsaw cutting through the tennis player.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah,
it looked real, man. I
it
mean,
did. When
I
it cut
was
into her side. Yeah,
yes. I mean,
yeah,
we're talking 1982, man, so that's pretty good.
right?
Um,
Yeah.
let's see our next one that we've got, the comic connection.
The look of the killer was based on the comic book character, the Shadow.
Yes, and it's so funny because and I know that comic book character
I was
and
gonna
it
ask you if you did.
yeah, and anyone that saw the movie, I believe it was Alec Baldwin who was in it. But anyways, there was a movie, I think it was in the 90s or whatever, The Shadow. The Shadow knows, but it's definitely reminiscent of The Shadow. There's no doubt about that.
Okay.
Let's see, we got two more. The next one is Cold. Brr.
The filming was done in the winter, and the pool scene had the actress swimming in the freezing cold water, and she almost froze to death.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. It's
it's
crazy stuff,
crazy.
man. You know, some of these
Yeah,
some of these actors and actresses, they did a
they
lot of
put
that stuff with these
themselves.
slashers, man. Because I
Yeah.
remember when we talked about Friday the 13th Part
Yep.
3, or was it 4? I know it was 4. It was 4 when gosh, I can't remember her
That chick
name,
was in the
but
water.
she was in the
Yeah.
water on the raft,
Yep.
and she literally started to get hypothermia, and
Mhm.
Ted White, who played Jason in that movie, told the director, said, "Look, if you don't get her out of the water right now, I'm leaving. You know, she's gonna friggin', you know,
Yeah.
get pneumonia and stuff." So, anyways, but a lot of these
Right.
actors and actresses really did deal with a lot of stuff like that. Our last fun fact: the real fear,
Mhm. This poor girl. The
right?
tennis player, before she was killed, she was so terrified that she actually peed in her sweatpants. And the director
Wow,
liked the reaction that he left the accident in the film.
wow, wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy, man. That is
Right?
crazy.
And to
But it,
know that it's a movie, but that you were still so scared that you'd pee yourself? Yeah,
mm-hmm,
that's
mm-hmm.
crazy.
Absolutely. So obviously the positives of the movie, everything was just really well done. The acting, the
Yeah.
kills, the chemistry with the characters. Um
Mhm.
I could go on and on. Do you have any other positives you want to throw out there? The
Yeah,
music.
and it's kind of funny too that Kendall and Mary, they were supposed to have a romantic love scene, but that got scratched. So,
Oh, okay. I
yeah,
didn't know
there's
that.
another little fun fact. Yeah, because didn't they like have a little moment or something,
Yeah,
right? When he was,
kinda. Yeah, they kind of
yeah,
alluded.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
What about any negatives? Would you say there are any negatives in this movie?
Ah, well, yeah, didn't we? Give me a minute. You say one, and then I'll come back with one.
Well,
Do you have any?
the kung fu scene was
Definitely.
ridiculous because that really I was like, what the hell's going on? This is taking me out of the movie. But again, the movie in
Yes.
general is so good, you just
And
forgive
the
it.
ending where
Yeah, the
the
ending was a
dead
little
girl.
cheesy. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
man.
cheesy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
otherwise,
that's it. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Neo saying it doesn't get more realistic than actually being real. True enough, man.
Yeah.
James saying I gotta go now. Bye for now. All right, man. Catch you later.
Peace.
Thanks for stopping by. Flamethrower saying the killer's shadow reminded me of the boss bad guy in Police Academy 6. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Miss
Oh,
Carter
that's
saying,
funny.
good job on Pieces, Night and Coriander. Have a good night, everyone. Good
Oh,
night, Miss
thanks.
Carter.
You too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you very much. Very, very much. Okay, so obviously we're going to rate this thing. We have our different ways to do it. We've got you can buy it, rent
Mhm.
it,
Mhm.
maybe rent it, or forget
Mhm.
it. What are you going to give it,
Yeah.
Coriander?
This is a definite one that you want to buy. Yeah. You want
All
this in
right.
your collection.
You
Yeah.
do, man. You really do.
Yep.
And I totally agree with it. I totally agree with it. This is definitely a buy. There's not even
Yeah.
a question. I mean,
Right.
this is a movie that I could see us like doing another episode on because it's that
Right.
good. There's so much in it,
So
you
can
know.
I just say something like maybe next week we should like because we've already had a couple people leave and they don't even know what we're gonna watch next week.
Oh,
So
good
maybe we
point.
should do what we're watching next week, like the first thing. So then that way they'll know and then no one will
Maybe.
miss it if they gotta go.
Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. And
Because
here's
I
the
almost wanted
question.
to say something to these people before they left. And, oh, maybe they still have, maybe they're still in there, but I
Maybe.
mean, shit, we're not
But
quite done.
yeah, well, then that could happen at any time. But here's the question for you
Yeah.
guys that are in the chat, and there's still a couple of you guys in the chat. My question is, when we tell you guys what movie we're going to watch for next week, are you going to try to watch it? Are you going to try to watch it for next week? So it's a simple yes or no. So let me know in the live chat, yes or no. Are you going to try to watch it? Because again, we're thinking about changing the format of this series because originally the idea of it was supposed to be basically like a book club type of vibe, except it's
Mhm.
movies, and we have
Yep.
1 week to watch the movies.
Yep.
But we also have chosen these movies as far as making sure that they're either readily available streaming wise
Mhm.
or that they don't cost an arm and a leg so that hopefully
Right.
viewers can watch them with us in that
Yep.
week before we talk about it. So let me know in the chat, guys. Are you planning to watch what we're going to tell you we're going to have for next week? Let's see. Um, Neil saying, I'm here to the bloody end.
Nice.
Flame Flamethrower saying yes. All right.
Awesome.
Well, that's cool. That's great to know.
Yeah.
That's great to
Right.
know. And again, for the rest of you guys, let us know because, and we really mean it because if people aren't able to watch the movie, that's fine. You know, sometimes things happen schedule wise. But if
Right.
people are into the idea of watching a movie, every week, with us, not with
Yeah.
us, but we are too. And then we talk about it on Monday
Yeah.
nights. Then, first of all, I've always thought that was a cool concept. But if people aren't able to do it or don't want to do it, then we're going to change up the format of how we do Slasher Movie Club to some degree, not something big, but just to some degree, we'll change it up a little bit. So, again, guys in the chat, let me know if you guys are going to plan to watch the movies that we pick.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what we're going to watch for next week,
I'm
Coriander.
so excited. I've been
Yeah, you are.
wanting you to see this movie forever, and
Yeah, you
it's
have.
finally come. I'm so excited.
Finally here.
Yes.
Finally.
Yeah.
Mortuary.
Yes.
Yes. Starring
Yeah.
and I love him, the late, great Bill Paxton. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all you got to
And
say. But
again,
go ahead.
Christopher George, yeah.
And
And
Linda
his
Day
wife.
George.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
this
So
will
you
be
got
fun.
these three. Yeah. And Bill Paxton is so young in this and goofy like he is. And I love it. I love this movie. And yeah,
Hmm.
I can't wait for you to watch it.
Yeah, it should be fun. So, guys, for next week, that's the movie we're going to do for Slasher Movie Club. Mortuary. For you guys that sometimes don't have the notifications on, or maybe the
Yeah.
notifications come late. It's always 8 o'clock
Yeah.
p.m.
And it's
Eastern Standard Time.
available. Yeah. It's available on Shutter. So if you have Shutter, you're all set. Or if you own it, even better. Because,
Yeah,
you're cool. No, I'm just
and
joking.
a lot of the movies that we've chosen for Slasher Movie Club, quite a few of them are free on YouTube as well. So
Yeah.
so
Yep.
there's multiple ways to watch these movies, guys, and that's why in other words, that's why we've chosen these specific movies that were in the book in the list. Like there were some movies that were not readily available, or some movies that you'd have to buy in order to watch,
Mhm.
and we specifically left those off of our list to do. So I guess again, what I'm saying is, if you guys aren't into the idea of
Yeah.
watching the movie with us, then we'll talk about movies that either we choose to buy or we're able to find one way or the other. So
Mhm.
um, let's see what we got going on in the chat. Neil saying, I don't think I've seen Mortuary, so I'll definitely try to
Ooh.
watch it before next week. All
Oh,
right.
that's awesome.
All
Nice.
right. Rusty saying, oh, wow, I just got Mortuary brand new DVD a few days ago. Wow. So, yeah, I'll be watching it.
Nice.
Good for
Oh
you, man.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Nice.
Mr. Bones saying I could hadn't thought about it. Had no idea you were doing pieces tonight though. Yes, and like Coriander said, maybe what we'll do is announce next week's movie in the beginning of the episode, but we usually wait until the end to announce
We
it.
do.
So, if you watch the replay or whatever, you'll get it. Or if you want, and again, this is something that we've been doing for months and months and months, guys. Always feel free to either message me or on our
Yeah.
videos, leave a comment. And I always try my best, and I think I'm pretty good at it, of responding to comments. So if you ever wonder what we're going to do for the
Mm.
next Slasher Movie Club, that's another way to
Couldn't you leave
find
it in
out.
the descriptions too?
Yeah, we could do that too. I mean, that's more work, Coriander, but yeah, we
Oh,
could
I'm
do that.
sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, never mind. Never
It's
mind.
okay. It's all right. Let's see what else we got going on here. Neil saying, "Oh, I didn't realize it was on Shutter. Thanks." Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. So, anyways, guys, that's what we're going to be doing for next week is Mortuary with the late great Bill Paxton, and also
Yes.
the late great Christopher George and Linda Day
Yep.
George. So,
Yeah.
please, guys, if you get a chance, watch
Join
the
us.
movie. And
Yeah.
again, we can have a discussion about it next week. And I'm
Mhm.
excited. I'm
Me
really excited.
too. I
Yeah,
really am too.
absolutely. So, anyways, guys, that's about all we got for Pieces. It's a great movie,
Yeah.
a great slasher
Yep.
film. I can
Yep.
honestly say, and at some point, we're going to talk about all of our previous episodes of Slasher Movie Club, what we think are the
Oh
top
no.
rated movies that we've watched. And this is definitely up there.
Oh
Pieces
man.
is definitely up there. So I
Yeah,
just
it
want
is.
to put that out there. Anyways, guys,
Yeah.
we'll catch you guys later. Take it easy. Don't forget Don't forget to give the video a like. That would really help to support the channel. So much. It really does. But also leaving a comment in the comment section to show engagement. Let us know what you think of Pieces. What are your favorite moments? What do you think of Christopher George and Linda Day George and so
Yes.
forth? And are you excited for next week's episode for Slasher Movie Club? Please let us know in the
Yeah.
comment section. So we'll catch you guys later.
I am.
If you're
Yeah.
watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace out.
Upchurch.